Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And for today's video it's Saturday once again, so I'm back with another slasher review as part of the HORRORmans Slashback Slasher Challenge series. And this week's theme was high school slashers, so I've decided to review and talk about Bloody Homecoming. This one is centered in a high school, so it does fit the theme pretty nicely. So Bloody Homecoming centers around a group of junior high school students at the beginning of the film. Something happens to one of the group, and then the movie skips forward 3 years. There hasn't been a homecoming since the previous events 3 years ago, but the school decides that it's finally time to hold another homecoming. So basically the students who are now seniors, it does follow the same group of students, they're now seniors, they're getting ready to prepare for homecoming. But there's a killer on the loose, out for revenge, and the killer is slowly picking off this group one by one. So that is essentially the storyline for this one. Now we'll get on to what I thought of it. I've seen this once before, quite a few years ago, and I remembered thinking it was pretty good, that I enjoyed it. So this was an interesting rewatch, and I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I previously did, I don't think, but in saying that, this is still a pretty good above average modern slasher. So there were some things that I thought were really good about this movie, and there were a couple of things that I thought could have been done a little bit better and made the movie even better. So first we'll get on to the positives. First and foremost, like I normally do with these reviews, we'll talk a little bit about the location. So obviously this was mostly centered in a high school, and I thought the location made for a really good one in terms of a slasher. This movie was also really well shot, so there were some great scenes within the school, like the school halls, locker rooms, gymnasiums, stuff like that. So the location was really awesome. The other thing that I was pleasantly surprised by with this movie was definitely the acting. So this is sort of more on the low budget side of things, but the acting I thought was really good. Now the characters are all pretty stock standard run-of-the-mill slasher characters, but yeah, I was really impressed with all the characters, and the acting, like I said, was really good. It does focus on one main group of students, and each of the characters do get quite a little bit of screen time, which was really awesome. So you kind of do get to know the characters a little bit, which I really liked. So yeah, I was impressed with the acting. The killer, I thought the killer was absolutely awesome. I loved the killer's outfit, and I especially loved the fact that the killer's outfit worked in with actually what happened 3 years prior to the main events of the film, when one of the students ended up dying. So yeah, it definitely followed that same theme, which I thought was awesome. And yeah, the killer's outfit was really cool. However, there are a couple of issues that I do have with this film. One of them is definitely the lead character, the final girl, I guess. Apart from at the beginning of the film, she doesn't really do a lot within this movie, and I kind of felt that she was one of the more bland, kind of uninteresting characters within this group. So that was kind of a shame. I thought if they made her character a little bit interesting and she did a bit more, especially at the end of the film when she was going up against the killer, I thought that would have made for a little bit better of a film. So there was that. And then I definitely wasn't overly impressed with the kills. Now this one does have a pretty good body count, but the kills, for the most part, apart from one or two, they're pretty forgettable. They're kind of repetitive, and there's not much in terms of variety with the kills either, which is kind of a shame, because I do like that when it comes to a slasher. So I definitely think if they'd made the final girl a little bit interesting, a little bit more interesting, and do a little bit more, especially in the final scenes of the film when she was going up against the killer, and if this had a little bit more variety in terms of kills and better kills, then this slasher would have been a lot better for it. But in saying that though, despite my issues with the film, this isn't a terrible film. I do think it is pretty good. It's an above modern slasher, so I definitely still would recommend checking it out, especially if you are a fan of high school slashers. I will quickly mention another thing that I was pretty impressed with was the characters were of a believable age, so they were pretty much the age that they would be during senior high school, which I did like, because a lot of 80s slashers especially, they cast characters a lot older than they are in the actual film, and it is noticeable. But yeah, I was pretty impressed that the characters were age appropriate, so that was another plus that I quickly wanted to mention. But yeah, if you've never seen this one, I definitely would recommend it. As I said, I liked the location set in the high school, the characters were really, really good, and the killer's outfit was pretty awesome as well. So yeah, if you've seen this one, definitely let me know what you think of it in the comments section below, and if you haven't, I still would recommend checking this one out. So there you go guys, that's it for another slasher review, my review for Bloody Homecoming. Until next Saturday when I'm back with another slasher review, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you for watching.